They say the market teaches every man who touches it. Some learn early. Most never learn at all. The greatest lesson the market ever taught me was patience. Not the kind of patience people talk about when they wait for their coffee to cool, but the kind that feels like sitting in a burning building while everyone else runs for the exit. The kind that tests your nerves, your conviction, and your very sense of identity. That's the patience required to win in the market. Every trader wants to make money quickly. They dream of catching the next big move, doubling their accounts, and proving they're smarter than the crowd. I was no different. When I began, I thought trading was about activity charts, tickers, buying here, selling there. I believed movement was progress. But over the years I discovered something far more powerful. The real money isn't made in trading, it's made in waiting. Most traders don't lose because they can't find good trades. They lose because they can't sit still after finding them. They lack the discipline to wait for the perfect moment. They jump in too early, jump out too soon, and then wonder why the market seems to mock them. The truth is simple impatience is the most expensive emotion in the market. Let me tell you something most won't admit. I've lost fortunes not because I didn't know what to do, but because I couldn't resist doing something when I should have done nothing. The impulse to act is the silent killer of traders. You sit there, watching the ticker, the price inches up, then down. You convince yourself you'll miss out if you don't move now. That voice inside your head whispers, just take a position, you'll figure the rest out later. That voice has destroyed more trading accounts than bad analysis ever has. In my early years, I treated the market like a machine that owed me profits. I thought if I worked harder, watched more screens, and placed more trades, I'd make more money. The opposite happened. Every unnecessary trade chipped away at my capital and my confidence. I began to realize that the market rewards only those who wait for the fat pitch, the perfect setup that aligns with the flow of money and human emotion. It took me years to understand that there's a time to buy, a time to sell, and a time to do absolutely nothing. Most traders fail because they don't respect the third. They measure success by action instead of results. The professionals understand that money is made by observing more than participating. The amateurs can't stand the silence between trades, so they fill it with noise, impulsive trades, endless analysis, and emotional decisions. The biggest profits I ever made came not from brilliant predictions, but from simply holding my position when my conviction was clear. It's easy to say you'll hold when things go your way. But can you hold when the market shakes you, when price pulls back just enough to make you doubt yourself? Can you sit still when every fiber in your body screams, take the profit now before it disappears? Most traders can't, and that's why most never get rich. The market is designed to test your patience. It moves just enough to make you believe, then retraces to make you question. It rewards the few who can sit through the noise and punishes the many who panic at every flicker. The amateur sees every small fluctuation as a reason to act. The professional sees it as background static. If you want to make real money in this game, you must learn to sit tight, not just when the market moves in your favor, but even more so when it doesn't. There's power in waiting. Patience allows clarity to form. It separates real signals from false ones. The moment you act out of fear or greed, you surrender control to the market. And once you give the market control, it takes your money, your confidence, and your sanity. Let me put it bluntly. Trading too soon will kill you. Every trade you take out of boredom, fear, or the need to prove something to yourself chips away at your long-term edge. Think about it. If you take 10 trades but only 2 meet your setup perfectly, the other 8 are self-inflicted wounds. The market doesn't need to beat you, you beat yourself. The successful trader understands that inactivity is not weakness, it's strength disguised as silence. He studies, observes, and waits like a hunter in the brush. The prey doesn't come to the impatient. The hunter who moves too soon alerts his target. But the one who waits for the perfect moment, calm, deliberate, unshaken, strikes once and eats for days. That's how real trading works. There's a rhythm to the market, a natural ebb and flow. Most traders are out of sync because they're reacting instead of aligning. You can't force opportunity, you can only recognize it. Every major fortune I ever made began with waiting, waiting for the market to reveal its hand, waiting for confirmation, waiting for the crowd to commit the mistake I was prepared to profit from. Patience in the market is not passive. It's one of the most active forms of discipline. It means saying no to thousands of tempting setups so that when the one right trade appears, you're mentally and financially ready to act decisively. Impatience scatters your capital. Patience concentrates it. Let me share a truth that cost me dearly to learn. It's better to miss an opportunity than to enter a trade too early. Missing a move only hurts your pride. Entering too soon hurts your capital. Pride can recover, capital cannot. Every great trader you admire learned that lesson the hard way. There was a time I caught the beginning of a bull move perfectly. The stock started climbing, and within days I was sitting on what could have become a fortune, but I sold too early. I locked in a small profit because I feared losing what I had. Days later, the stock tripled. I had predicted right but executed wrong because I lacked patience. The pain of watching that missed fortune burned into my memory. It taught me that the ability to sit tight after entering a winning position is just as vital as the patience to wait before entering it. Most traders think they're losing to the market, but in truth, they're losing to their own emotions. The market is a mirror reflecting your character. If you lack patience, it will expose it. If you crave action, it will feed that craving until it empties your account. If you're greedy, it will bait you with small wins before crushing you with a big loss. The market doesn't punish you. It simply reveals who you are. The best traders are not the fastest thinkers or the most educated analysts. They are the calmest. They understand that opportunities are endless, but capital is finite. They protect it with the discipline of a soldier and the patience of a monk. Every tick, every candle, every small fluctuation is noise until proven otherwise. Learn to ignore it. Your job as a trader is to wait until the odds line up so clearly that you can strike without hesitation. When that moment arrives, you act decisively. But until then, you wait. You wait with the confidence that doing nothing is doing something, protecting your capital, your focus, and your edge. There will be days when the market moves without you. It will test your ego, whispering that you missed out. But remember, missing a trade is not losing money. Acting on impulse is. Every time you resist that temptation, you grow stronger. The traders who last in this game know how to endure silence. They can go days, weeks, even months without trading because they know the perfect setup will come. They've trained themselves to understand that money made fast is often lost faster. The wealth that endures is built slowly, brick by brick, trade by trade, each one chosen with care.